My name is Rachel. If you're new here, welcome. I am 25 years old and I have a condition called Ehlers Danlos syndrome as well as chronic Lyme disease. And I do my best just to share a little glimpse of my life here with kind of the ups and downs of living with chronic illness. And lately I've been thinking a lot about all of the different challenges that come with living with chronic illness. So I thought I'd start a little series on here called Chronic Illness Real Talk, where I kind of just talk about things that may not be talked about as much, but definitely are common struggles for people who have chronic illness. But I did want to start on a bit more of a positive note and talk about the blessings and the positive things that have come for me with living with chronic illness. So something that I have really found a blessing about living with chronic illness is becoming friends with a lot of different people that I wouldn't have been able to meet otherwise, and becoming friends with people all over the US and even all over the world who have similar conditions. Just getting to connect with people who really understand what it's like to live with chronic illness is such a cool and special thing. What's also awesome is I feel like I've made a lot of friends of many different ages. I'm friends with people who are, teenagers in high school, or people who are more than twice my age, and it's just cool that they, understand what you're going through, and just getting to be friends with so many other people that have chronic illness has been a true blessing for me and helps me to have, strength and support during my own hard times. So another blessing that has come from having chronic illness is, I think, when you're forced to slow down because of an illness and you're not able to do as many things. Of course, that's really difficult, but it helps you to be able to really appreciate the small things and find happiness in little things, like if you're feeling up to going to the store or growing plants or doing a craft with a friend, or whatever it may be. Things that probably would seem small often are a big deal and can bring a lot of joy. So I think that's a cool lesson that I've learned from being sick. When you're not able to do what you want to do, you're often forced to focus on what matters most. And for me, that is my faith in Christ. And so I really feel like my faith has grown through the trials that I've experienced through having chronic illness. And that to me has been an amazing thing. When you're chronically ill, I think you kind of come to understand a type of suffering that a lot of people don't in their life, and or that they don't come to understand maybe until they are older. And so I think it's kind of helped me to have a new perspective. Like for me, before I was sick, I didn't really realize that people could be really sick and not get better. And so understanding that level of physical suffering, and being able to be there for other people who experience similar things is a really cool thing. And I've thought a lot about how, if and when I get better or recover from the illnesses that I do have, I will always be able to carry that empathy with me. I'll always be able to understand what it's like to be chronically ill and hopefully be able to help others that struggle with it as well. So that's definitely a blessing that can come from being chronically ill. And the last one I would say is just learning patience. Being really sick every single day, 24/7, and not getting a break from that, but yet having to wait to see the right doctors and get the right treatments. And even when those treatments and doctors aren't able to help you, it requires a lot of patience and often a lot of unwanted periods of waiting. And so I think that's something that I've tried to work on. I still need to work on, but patience is definitely something that we're kind of forced into learning. Like I said, chronic illness comes with a lot of really hard challenges and hard things that, you know, some people may never experience in their life. But I do my best to try and see the blessings amidst that struggle. And so these are just a few of the blessings that I have seen in my own life from my struggle with chronic illness. If you guys have any topics that you'd like to hear about, feel free to leave them in a comment below. You guys are awesome, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!